Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going deep into the world of YouTube monetization.
Ooh, exciting.
You know that dream of turning your passion for video creation into some actual income?
Yeah.
Well, we're unpacking how you can make it happen with Google AdSense.
It's a question I get a lot.
I bet.
And honestly, it's more achievable than people think.
That's good to hear. Very encouraging. We've got a great guide here that breaks down the whole process.
Awesome.
First things first, the YouTube Partner Program, or YPP.
Yes.
That's the foundation for earning money from your videos.
It is.
Right?
Think of AdSense as the tool that connects your content with advertisers.
Oh, okay.
When viewers see or click on those ads within your videos, you get paid.
So everyone needs
Right.
advertisers reach their target audience,
Right.
viewers discover new things,
Yeah,
and creators, that's you, get rewarded for their work.
exactly.
But I'm guessing there are some hurdles before we start celebrating, right?
Right. To unlock the magic of AdSense, you need to join the YPP.
Makes sense.
And to do that, you'll need at least 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And either 4,000 hours of public watch time over the past year or 10 million public shorts views in the last 90 days.
Wow.
It's YouTube's way of making sure you have a solid base and are creating content people want to watch.
Makes sense. It's like proving you've got some staying power in the YouTube universe.
Yeah,
And of course, playing by the rules is essential.
absolutely.
No copyright infringement,
Uh-huh.
no spam,
Well, no,
and definitely no content that violates YouTube's community guidelines.
right.
Quality content is key,
Absolutely.
and it has to fit within their rules.
It's not just about the numbers. It's about building a sustainable presence on YouTube.
I like that. Sustainable presence.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that tripped me up. Shorts views don't actually count towards that 4,000-hour watch time requirement.
Okay.
Why is that?
Good question.
If I'm racking up millions of Shorts views, shouldn't that count for something?
It's a good question. Shorts are fantastic for growing your audience, no doubt. But the watch time requirement focuses on longer form content
Okay.
to demonstrate a consistent, engaged viewership.
Okay.
Think of it like this. A cooking show where you really delve into a recipe is going to attract a different kind of viewership than a 15-second clip of frosting a cupcake.
Right.
Both are great, but they serve different purposes on the platform.
Okay, that clarifies things.
Good.
So you've hit those milestones.
Yep.
Created awesome content, and are playing by the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to apply for the YPP.
Yes.
To be honest, that application process can seem a bit intimidating.
It might seem that way, but it's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay, good.
You apply directly through YouTube Studio.
Okay.
You'll need to accept the YPP terms,
Mm-hmm.
link your AdSense account, we'll dive into that later,
Okay.
and set up two-factor authentication for added security.
Smart.
That's a crucial step for protecting your account and your earnings.
Two-factor authentication. Always a good idea in this digital age.
Always.
You
Yeah.
submit the application, and then what? Does YouTube just instantly say yes or no?
Not quite.
Okay.
YouTube will review your channel. They're
Gotcha.
checking for guideline compliance,
Mm-hmm.
ensuring there's no violence, hate speech, or anything that goes against their policies.
Right.
Remember, quality content that aligns with YouTube's values is a must.
Right.
This review process helps maintain a certain standard across the platform.
So it's like a quality check
Exactly.
to make sure everything is up to par.
Yeah.
How long does this review usually take? Asking for a friend who might be, slightly impatient?
That's the thing. It varies.
Oh, okay.
It could be a matter of days, or it could take weeks,
Oh, wow.
sometimes even a month.
Really?
Yeah, I always recommend patience during this phase.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's one of those tools that's outside your control,
Right.
so focusing on creating more great content while you wait is the best approach.
It's like waiting for those college acceptance letters.
I know.
The anticipation is real.
It is.
But what happens after the review? What are the possible outcomes?
There are two main scenarios.
Okay.
Scenario one, you're in.
Yay.
You'll get an email and a notification in YouTube Studio.
Awesome.
Congratulations, you're officially in the YPP and can start enabling monetization on your figures.
Wonderful. What about scenario 2?
Scenario two, your application is rejected.
Oh, no.
But don't panic.
Okay.
YouTube will give you reasons, and you can reapply after 30 days.
Oh, okay. So there's hope, even if you get a no the first time around.
There is.
But let's talk about the scenario everyone's hoping for. You're in the YPP.
Woohoo.
Now it's time to focus on the money.
Let's go.
Tell me about the AdSense account
Okay.
and why it's so important.
AdSense is your gateway to actually receiving those YouTube earnings.
Okay.
Setting it up is fairly easy.
Good.
Especially if you use the link provided in YouTube Studio.
Gotcha.
It automatically connects to your channel.
Oh, nice.
And if you already have a Google account, you're good to go.
Sounds pretty seamless.
Uh,
Are there any potential pitfalls to watch out for?
Just remember, you're only allowed one AdSense account.
Right.
No, creating multiple accounts to try to game the system.
Uh-huh.
Google's pretty good at catching that.
I bet they are.
Also, make sure your personal information is accurate.
Right.
Google will verify it.
Yeah.
This is all part of keeping the platform safe and secure for everyone.
Right. Accuracy is key.
It is.
Speaking of verification, did you know Google sends a PIN code by mail to confirm your address? It's a bit old school in this digital world,
I know.
but I kind of love it.
It's a bit charming, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Once you're set up, you'll usually get approved quickly.
Right.
Then it's about setting up your payment details,
Okay.
including your bank information,
Mm-hmm.
and filling out the necessary tax forms.
Right. Got to do those taxes.
You do. It's all about making sure those earnings get to you safely.
Yeah.
And that everything is above board from a tax perspective.
Taxes are important.
They are.
But let's be honest, they're not the most exciting part of this journey.
Definitely not.
What I really want to know is, when do you actually get paid?
Okay.
Is it like a regular paycheck?
Not exactly.
Okay.
There's a payment threshold with AdSense.
Oh, okay.
You'll receive your earnings when your balance hits $100 or about 70 euros.
Got it. So once you've reached that threshold,
Yep.
the money magically appears in your account.
Exactly.
Now, I've always wondered about those different types of ads you see on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with all those variations?
There are quite a few, actually.
I bet there are.
You've got overlay ads,
Okay.
those banners at the bottom of the video on desktop screens.
Right.
Then there are skippable video ads,
Uh-huh.
the ones you can skip after 5
Yeah,
seconds.
those are the good ones.
Right.
And they're less loved cousins,
Yeah.
non-skippable video ads.
Uh-huh.
Ah, yes, those non-skippables can definitely test your patience.
They do. And then you have bumper ads,
Okay.
which are super short, non-skippable ads that pack a punch in just 6 seconds.
6 seconds. That's barely enough time to blink. But I guess they make an impact.
They do. And here's where it gets interesting. Each ad type affects your earnings differently.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
For example, skippable ads only pay if viewers watch them for a certain duration,
Makes sense.
while non-skippables pay per impression regardless of whether the viewer watched the entire ad.
That's a really important distinction.
It is.
So it's not just about getting paid per video view,
Right.
but per ad view, right?
You got it.
Uh-huh.
And a bunch of factors influence your earnings,
Such as?
including the topics you cover.
Okay.
Your audience demographics and location,
Mm-hmm.
the length of your videos,
Right.
how strategically you place ads,
Gotcha.
and even how engaged your viewers are.
So a 10-minute video about investment strategies watched by a highly engaged audience in a high-income country has the potential to earn more than a 3-minute video of my cat playing with a box, which is mostly watched by teenagers, right?
You're catching on quickly. Finance, tech, and business videos tend to attract higher-paying ads
Yeah.
because they appeal to an audience with more buying power.
Right.
Viewers in wealthier countries also generate more revenue because advertisers are willing to spend more to reach them.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about supply and demand, even in the world of online advertising.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
But it sounds like a balancing act.
it is.
Understanding those advertiser demographics while still staying true to your content and passion.
Exactly.
Right.
It's finding that sweet spot.
Right.
And keep in mind that longer videos allow for more ad breaks,
Yeah.
which can potentially boost earnings, but only if viewers actually watch them.
Right.
So engagement is key.
It all comes back to engagement.
It does.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But how do we actually figure out how much money we're making?
Okay.
It can't just be about views, right?
Great. You need to understand a few key metrics.
Okay, tell me more.
First, there's CPM,
Okay.
or cost per mil,
Right.
which is the amount of money advertisers pay per 1,000 ad impressions.
Okay.
Remember, YouTube takes a cut of this revenue.
Okay, so it's not all going straight into our pockets.
It's not all going straight into your pockets. No.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What else should we be looking at?
Then there's RPM,
Okay.
or revenue per mil,
Right.
which is your actual earnings per 1,000 video views.
Gotcha.
This factors in YouTube's cut
Uh-huh.
and all your various revenue sources,
Okay.
giving you a more accurate picture of your earnings.
So RPM sounds like the number to focus on.
Yeah, definitely.
Are there any other important metrics?
Absolutely. We have CPC, or cost per click,
Right.
which is the money you earn when someone clicks on an ad.
Okay.
This is especially relevant for certain ad types like overlay ads.
Gotcha.
And then there's TrueView,
Okay.
which applies to skippable video ads.
Uh-huh.
You only get paid if the viewer watches for a certain amount of time or engages with the ad in some way.
Interesting.
It's a more nuanced way of measuring ad performance.
It's amazing how many different factors are involved.
There are a lot.
So it's not just about getting those views,
Yeah.
but about encouraging viewers to watch the ads
Right.
or interact with them in some way.
Absolutely.
That's
And that's why creating engaging, high-quality content is so important. You want to keep those viewers hooked
Yeah.
and coming back for more, which ultimately translates into more ad revenue.
This is all really insightful.
Good.
I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
I think so too.
From the basics of the YouTube Partner Program and AdSense
Uh-huh.
to understanding the different ad types
Yep.
and how earnings are calculated.
Right.
But how do we actually boost those AdSense earnings without sacrificing the quality of our content?
Good question.
What are some actionable strategies?
I'm glad you asked. That's exactly what we'll be diving into in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of how to boost those AdSense earnings.
I'm all ears. Everyone wants to know the secret sauce.
Well, there's no magic bullet, but there are definitely smart strategies. One of the biggest mistakes I see creators making is getting so fixated on views
Oh, really?
that they neglect audience engagement.
That's interesting. I could see how it's tempting to chase views, but are you saying views aren't the be-all and end-all?
Exactly. Views are important for generating ad impressions, sure, but they're only part of the equation. YouTube's algorithm, the brains behind what gets recommended to viewers,
Right.
loves videos with high watch time.
Okay.
Likes comments and shares a video with a ton of views but no engagement sends a different signal
Interesting.
than a video with maybe fewer views but tons of comments and likes.
So it's about quality over quantity,
Yeah,
even when it comes to views.
exactly.
But how do you actually encourage viewers to stick around and interact?
It starts with the content itself. Make sure your videos are high quality,
Right.
informative, and entertaining. Think about it, you're more likely to watch a video all the way through if it's well made, engaging, and gives you something valuable, right?
Absolutely. No one wants to watch a boring, low-quality video no matter how many views it has.
Right, but it goes beyond just the content. The technical aspects matter too. Good audio and video quality are essential. Blurry footage or muffled sound is a surefire way to make viewers click away.
It's all about creating a polished and professional viewing experience.
It is.
But I think you also mentioned storytelling earlier.
Yeah.
How does that fit into the picture?
People connect with stories.
Right.
It's human nature. Try to weave a narrative into your videos.
Yeah.
Even if it's a simple one, it will help to keep those viewers engaged until the very end.
So even if it's an educational video, think about how to structure it like a story
Yes.
with a beginning, middle, and end. That's a great tip.
Exactly. And don't forget to encourage interaction.
Right.
Ask questions in your videos.
Yeah.
Respond to comments and create a sense of community around your channel. It makes a huge difference when viewers feel like they're part of something.
Right.
And they're more likely to engage with your content and come back for more.
It's like building a relationship with your viewers, not just broadcasting to them. I love that. Speaking of connecting with viewers, I know a lot of creators are worried about using music in their videos because of copyright issues. What's the safest way to navigate that?
Copyright is a big deal on YouTube.
Yeah.
Using copyrighted music without permission can get your video taken down.
Oh, wow.
Or even lead to a strike against your channel. It's just not worth the risk.
Yikes. So how do we find music that's safe to use?
Luckily, there are plenty of options. YouTube has its own audio library packed with royalty-free music and sound effects.
Royalty-free, meaning you can use it without paying any fees.
Exactly. It's a great resource and it's built right into the platform. There are also a bunch of websites that offer royalty-free music, some for a small fee, some absolutely free. Always read the licensing agreements carefully, though, to understand how you can use the music and what attribution is required.
That's a good reminder to always read the fine print. But what if there's a specific song you really want to use?
Yeah.
One that's not royalty-free.
You can try contacting the copyright holder directly for permission.
Okay.
They might grant you a license, but be prepared to pay a fee. It can get a little complicated, but sometimes using that perfect song is worth the extra effort.
Okay, so there are options, but it's important to do your due diligence and stay on the right side of copyright law.
Yes, definitely.
Now, let's talk about content recycling. Can you reuse content from other platforms like Instagram or TikTok on YouTube? Is that allowed?
It's a bit of a gray area.
Okay.
Repurposing content can be a great way to reach a wider audience, but you have to be smart about it. YouTube is pretty strict about duplicate content.
Right.
So don't just upload the exact same video from another platform to your channel.
So how can we reuse content effectively without running into trouble?
Think about creating a new YouTube-specific version, maybe expand on a short Instagram video with more in-depth info, or add behind-the-scenes footage that your Instagram followers didn't see. You can even create a compilation of your best clips from other platforms tailored for a YouTube audience.
So it's all about adding value and making it unique for YouTube viewers.
It is.
That makes a lot of sense. Now let's talk about the business side of YouTube taxes specifically. Once you start earning money from your channel, It's officially a business, right?
That's right. And with running a business comes responsibilities, including paying taxes.
Taxes are definitely not the most glamorous part of being a YouTube creator, but they're essential.
Absolutely. The specific regulations vary depending on where you live, so it's best to consult with a tax professional.
Right.
They can guide you through the process and make sure you're complying with all the rules.
It's always better to be safe than sorry, especially when it comes to taxes. Now, let's talk about transparency. How open should creators be with their audience about sponsorships and other financial arrangements?
Transparency is key for building trust with your viewers.
Right.
If you're working with a sponsor or promoting a product, be upfront about it. Disclose those partnerships clearly and honestly.
Okay.
Tell your viewers that you're being compensated for your endorsement.
So honesty is the best policy.
It is.
Viewers appreciate knowing where you stand.
Exactly. It's about respecting your audience and maintaining your credibility as a creator. Now, I know this is a question that a lot of aspiring YouTubers have. How long does it actually take to start earning a substantial income from AdSense?
It's the million-dollar question, right? Everyone wants to know the magic formula.
I wish there was a simple answer, but the truth is, it depends on so many factors. Your niche, the quality of your content, your upload frequency, and even a little bit of luck. Building a successful YouTube channel takes time, effort, and patience. Focus on those things you can control.
Okay.
Creating high-quality content you're passionate about,
Yeah.
engaging with your audience, and being consistent with your uploads. The earnings will come if you put in the work.
It sounds like there are no shortcuts.
Not really.
It's about playing the long game and focusing on those foundational elements.
It is.
Now, I know there are a lot of myths and misconceptions out there about YouTube monetization.
Yeah, there are.
Are there any that you'd like to debunk? What are some things that creators often get wrong?
One common misconception is that you need millions of subscribers to start making money.
Oh, interesting.
While a large audience certainly helps, it's not essential for monetization.
So even smaller channels can start earning if they meet those YPP requirements we discussed earlier. That's encouraging for new creators.
Definitely. And another myth is that you need to create videos on trendy or viral topics to make money.
Right.
While chasing trends can sometimes lead to a temporary boost in views,
Yeah.
it's not sustainable.
So it's better to focus on your niche,
Mhm.
your passion, and build a community around your unique voice. That makes sense. What else do people often misunderstand?
Many creators think they need to be tech experts or marketing gurus to succeed with YouTube monetization. While those skills can be helpful, they're not essential. YouTube has a ton of resources and tutorials to help you navigate the platform.
Okay.
There are countless successful creators out there who started with no prior experience.
So it's all about taking that first step and being willing to learn and adapt. That's inspiring. Are there any other words of wisdom you'd like to share before we move on to the final part of our deep dive?
Don't lose sight of the joy of creating YouTube should be something you love,
Right.
not a chore. If you're passionate about your content, it will show and your audience will connect with that authenticity. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're wrapping things up with some advanced strategies
Okay.
to help you maximize your AdSense earnings
Okay.
and build a sustainable business on YouTube. Think of this as your masterclass in YouTube success.
Perfect. I'm ready to graduate with honors in YouTube Monetization 101.
Excellent. Let's dive right in. One common mistake creators make is neglecting keyword research.
Oh, and
Many just pick video topics they're interested in
right.
without thinking about whether anyone is actually searching for those topics.
So passion isn't enough.
Not always.
You need to know if there's an audience for your content, right?
Exactly. Keyword research is all about making sure your videos get seen by the right people.
Okay.
By targeting keywords that people are actively searching for,
Mm-hmm.
you increase your chances of ranking higher in YouTube search results.
Right.
And that leads to more views and ultimately more ad revenue.
Keyword research sounds kind of technical. Any tips for those of us who aren't data analysts?
There are tons of free and paid keyword research tools online.
Oh, okay.
You can also use YouTube's search bar to get a feel for what people are searching for.
Okay.
Just start typing in a topic and YouTube will suggest related keywords.
That's a great tip. It's like getting a sneak peek into the minds of your potential viewers.
Exactly. And don't forget to include those keywords in your video titles, descriptions, and tags. This helps YouTube understand what your videos are about, which is crucial for getting them in front of the right audience.
It's all about speaking YouTube's language and optimizing your content for search. Now, you mentioned channel branding earlier. Why is that so important for YouTube monetization?
Think of your channel brand as your unique identity on YouTube.
Okay.
It's what sets you apart from the crowd and helps you attract and retain viewers.
Right.
It encompasses everything from your channel name and logo to your video thumbnails and intro music.
Okay.
Consistency is key here.
So it's like creating a cohesive experience for your viewers.
Yeah,
A visual and audio identity that represents your channel.
exactly. A strong brand helps build trust with your audience,
Right.
which can lead to more engagement,
Yeah.
loyalty, and ultimately higher earnings. It tells viewers what they can expect from your content,
Hmm.
making them more likely to subscribe and stick around.
It sounds like branding is crucial for turning casual viewers into loyal fans.
Right, and there are a few key things you can do to build a strong brand. First, choose a catchy and memorable channel name. It should reflect your content and be easy for viewers to remember and search for.
No random strings of numbers and letters. Got it.
Next, invest in a professional-looking logo. It doesn't have to be super complicated, but it should visually represent your channel's essence. And don't underestimate those video thumbnails. They're the first thing viewers see.
Right.
So make them eye-catching. Use high-quality images, bright colors, and bold text to stand out in search results.
Those thumbnails are like mini movie posters for your videos, drawing people in.
Exactly. And finally, consider creating a custom intro and outro for your videos.
Oh, nice.
It adds that extra layer of professionalism and creates a more cohesive viewing experience.
It's like adding a signature touch to your videos, making them instantly recognizable. I love those little details that elevate the viewing experience.
Me too. Now, as we wrap up our deep dive, I want to leave you with some key takeaways. For building a sustainable business on YouTube, first and foremost, remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay.
It takes time,
Yeah.
effort, and consistent work to see results.
So don't get discouraged if you don't become a viral sensation overnight.
Exactly. It's a journey. Second, diversify your income streams.
Okay.
Don't rely solely on AdSense revenue. Think about sponsorships, merchandise affiliate marketing, and even fan funding platforms like Patreon.
It's like having multiple streams flowing into your river of income.
Yes, it creates more stability and gives you more freedom to create the content you love. And third, invest in yourself and your channel. Take courses, attend conferences, and learn from other successful creators. There are always new things to learn and new strategies to implement.
It's about continuous growth and development,
It is.
both personally and professionally.
Exactly. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, remember to have fun.
Yes.
YouTube should be something you enjoy, not a chore. Let your passion shine through, and your audience will feel that authenticity.
That's a great reminder. It's all about finding that balance between passion, purpose, and yes, profit. Well, that concludes our deep dive into YouTube monetization and AdSense. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, from the basics of the YouTube Partner Program to those advanced strategies for building a thriving business on YouTube. It's been quite a journey.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Remember, success on YouTube takes time, effort, and a willingness to learn and adapt. Stay focused on your goals, create amazing content, engage with your audience, and you'll be well on your way to achieving those YouTube dreams.
We'll see you next time on